Hey Kim, you wanna go for a ride? Sure Kim, jump in. Okay, so I'm sorry for the silly intro, but you've seen the title card, so you know that this is my ThrowbackaThon TBR video. This year's ThrowbackaThon is inspired by Saturday morning cartoons, and if you live in Nigeria, we also did enjoy the tradition. I don't think there's really is there any country in the world that did not enjoy Saturday morning cartoons? But in Nigeria, ours was the Cadbury Breakfast television show, and that was the intro. And you know, we watched cartoons like Tom and Jerry, like Pinky and the Brain. We watched Animaniacs, you know. We watched Roadrunner, we watched Cow and Chicken, and of course we also had Dugauza, House MD, we had Family Matters, etc, etc. But my Saturdays were lit. So when I saw that this was the theme for the Black Prose Book Club, which by the way, if you're not subscribed to the Black Prose Book Club, you absolutely should. It is 3 gorgeous, amazing Black women talking about books, and it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. So you have Brittany, you have Ushole, and you have Troy Nicole. I'm going to leave the link to the Black Prose Book Club, like the YouTube channel, down in the description bar so you can check it out. But yes, so this year's Throwbackathon is themed around Saturday morning cartoons, and it is going to run from June 15th all the way to June 21st. So starting tomorrow, Monday, all the way to Sunday. I'm so sorry my TBR is coming so late. You all know I've been working on the recommendations video, but I also wanted to do this video because like I am so excited for this readathon. So it's 1 week. We'll read 5 books, 5 prompts, and I'm so excited. So the very first prompt is inspired by Batman and Beyond, and we're to read a book with a character who has a secret identity or a secret in general. And the book I chose for this particular prompt is, yes, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. This is my Fairy Loot edition. That sprayed edges is gorgeous. I have not read this book because when I got the book, there was a lot of conversation on Twitter about just the problematic elements of this book, but I also had people who also read it and did not see any problem with it. And I tend to be someone that likes to come to that decision and make my own decision about stuff like this, while of course taking in all the opinions and thoughts and, you know, write-ups that everybody has done. So I wanted to read this, but I never got around to reading it when it got released. And it's just perfect because this book basically is it's a romance story, right, between a witch hunter and a witch. Now, here is where the secret comes in. The witch hunter does not know that his bride, his newly married bride, is a witch. In fact, I think it's a marriage of convenience. I'm not sure, but I think like they had to marry. He does not know that she's the witch. She's a witch, and she's well aware of the fact that the witches in the place where she ran away to, if they are found, they are burnt. And it's like there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? There's going to be a lot of tension, and I live for it. I absolutely live for it. So yeah, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin will be my choice for the Batman and Beyond prompt. The next prompt is inspired by Recess, which Brittany has told us very unequivocally that it is better than Weekenders. Now, I have not watched either of these 2 cartoons. They were not showing them here in Nigeria, but I'm going to take your word for it, Brittany. Anyway, for this prompt, we're meant to read a book that features a group of friends. Maybe they are going on adventures, etc, etc. And the book I chose for this is The Boyfriend Project by Farah Roshan. Is it Roshan or Rokon? I'm not sure. I think it's Roshan. Anyway, so in this book, right, and I'm sorry, it's book of the month. I have cancelled my book of the month subscription after what happened. And this is an old book, and anyway, they're not going to take away this book from me. Anyway, so Boyfriend Project. Now in this, you have a group of friends. Now, how did they become friends? See, they were being 3-timed. And when I say 3-timed, I mean Samia, who is the lead character in this book, right, is being catfished by a boyfriend. and he's also a three-timer. So he's dating 2 other women. It is messy, and it was a viral tweet that had her realizing this. So the 3 women, you know, dump the cheating asshole. They dump him, and then they become friends, which I am living for, and they take a pact, right? For 6 months, no men. And Samia thinks that it is a perfect time for her to get into work, get involved in work, develop the app that she's working on. The only problem is it's at that exact moment that she kind of meets this new guy at work, and he's really, really hot. And I'm just like, I know the universe just lives to do that. It's like, take a pledge. Here is someone that will help you break the pledge. Like, it's funny, it's entertaining, and I cannot wait to read it. The third prompt is inspired by Rocco's Modern Life, and we are meant to read a book that is a guilty pleasure. Now, I don't think I have never hit it on my channel that I love Sarah J Maas. I accept the fact that her books might not be the highest quality writing, but I find them so addictive, and I do love her female characters a lot. So my guilty pleasure read is going to be A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. This is my least favorite. In fact, I think when the first time I read this book, I gave it 2 stars. I'm like, ugh. So yeah, but I need to read this. I need to reread this so that I can reread Akumath and the rest of the books in the series. So yeah, I just figured what better choice of a guilty pleasure book than a Sarah J Maas book. So yeah, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Now, this book, for those that do not know, is inspired by Beauty and the Beast. At least that's what we thought, but it's not really inspired by Beauty and the Beast. It's also inspired by Tamlin. It's a mess. But anyway, in this book, we follow Feyre. Feyre, who is a human girl and is trying to help her family survive, even though she's the youngest in the family. And she kills a wolf by the wall. Now, this wall is a wall that separates the human from the realms of the Fae. But turns out that the wolf that she killed is actually a shifter, a Fae shifter. And yeah, the Lord of the Spring Court that the shifter is from comes to exact payment and basically drags Feyre over to the other side. And she's imprisoned, he's hot, she falls in love with him, he's trash. That's just basically A Court of Thorns and Roses. Like I said, it's a stepping stone for me to the book I much prefer, like the later books I much prefer. But yeah, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. The next prompt is inspired by gargoyles, and we're meant to read a book that is inspired by mythology, myth, or history in some form. And you know, yes, Brittany did stress that it doesn't need to be Greek mythology and Roman mythology, you know, and which is usually what I go for anyway, but I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I decided to pick Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is a book that is inspired, a retelling of Arthurian legend, except for the fact that author in this case is Ari. So this is a retelling of Arthurian legend that is a gender-bent story, and it is full of so many delicious queer rep. I've been wanting to read this for like forever. One of my very good friends, Vendi, over at Caught Between Pages, loves these books. Like, she loves these books. And I've been wanting to read it ever since she expressed so much love for it, and I finally get the chance to do so, and I'm really, really happy. So yes, this is, like I said, it's also set in space. So this is a space-time gender bender retelling of Arthurian legend, and I just think it fits this prompt to a T for me, an absolute T, and I cannot wait. And also, like, it's really quiet, and my plan was always to read it during Pride Month because all the representation, and now I get the chance to do so. So thank you Black Rose Book Club for finally getting me to read this in June. And finally, the last prompt is inspired by Doug, and we are to read a book that is a coming of age story, and the book I chose for this is Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. This cover is so beautiful. Okay, so Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Now, Spencer, who is the lead character in this book, wants to fly. It's always been a dream to be a pilot. Her father was a pilot, and her father was a fighter, a resistant fighter, an alien group that would like to colonize, right, and wants to subjugate her own planet. But when she was young and her father flew for one of the fights, word was that he fled mid-fight, and so he became branded as a coward, a traitor, a deserter. And this is, of course, very heartbreaking. What's even more heartbreaking is the fact that because of that, Spencer is not given the opportunity, the chance to fly like she wants to. But when these alien forces increase the attacks, it would seem like Spencer will finally get the chance to fly. I love this concept. I love this concept of a girl that wants to fix what it is, that fix her family's reputation, fix her name, and also still follow her dreams. And I'm really looking forward to seeing her grow as a character through the course of this book. And this is also one of the books, not this book, Starsight, it's one of the books for the BookTube SFF Awards, which, by the way, we're still hosting. We just moved it due to certain circumstances, which is understandable. I'm certain you all know that. So yeah, I'm really excited to read this as well, and that is the last book for the prompts. So yeah, that is my Throwbackathon TBR. Let me know down in the description bar below if you're going to be participating. There's also going to be Instagram challenges, so you should follow Black Prose Book Club on Insta as well as Twitter and on YouTube, so that it can be all caught up and all up to date. But yeah, let me know if you're going to be participating. Let me know if you are, right? What are some of your favorite cartoons growing up, like your Saturday cartoons growing up? Because I find it fascinating. Like, based on the prompts, so many of the cartoons, except for Batman and Beyond, so many of the cartoons are cartoons I never watched, and I find it very intriguing. So let me know, drop it down in the comments down below. Don't worry, my recommendations video will kick up again. I think I have one planned for Wednesday. I have one planned for Wednesday. So yeah, on that note, if you like this video, please do not forget to give it a big thumbs up. Check out my other videos, subscribe if you want to, and if you do decide to subscribe, please click on that notification bell so you can know the minute I have a new video go up. Because get this, because I'm going to be posting 3 videos next week, or this coming week, so it's good for you to be able to like get the heads up, so you know what to expect. But other than that, I do make new videos every Wednesdays and Saturdays, and I'll see you soon. Until then, stay passionate, love books, love yourself. Bye.